Coach, it's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news. At Paul Brown Stadium, that's where we're at here in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Now, 6, Mike, 56. 180. Hey, we're good, we're good. 280. 734.
Carr now on first down. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Check 99. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Quickstone, cabin. Hey, 734.
Throwing his car on third down. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
How did he do that? How did he do it? I mean, in this type of weather, it's not just catching it, it's seeing it coming towards it. Maybe that's why he ended up having to go up one-handed, but boy, what a catch.
Yeah, it was a spectacular one-handed grab.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Set, ready. Now to look. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
First carry for Raquel Armstead. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 26-yard line.
Check, check, check. Go.
Second and 5 now. Dobbs, a quick throw, but incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle, because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
And bring it. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch.
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Going with Armstead, a first down carry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
He'll get 3 up to midfield.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And now it's third down.
Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got him bracketed out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, Dobbs. It's brought in by Bolden. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
A run here with Armstead. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's get it.
On second down, Armstead. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On third down, Dobbs. Hunter Henry brings it in. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? They run with Howard. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Armstead, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Ready. 54, right there, right there. 54, Mike. Here I come. Let's get to it.
Operating from the gun, Dobbs. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And he missed it. That was neither far enough. It wasn't even on target. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw his car.
Let's make these babies trust with that.
And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and that'll bring up second down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. From the pistol, they run with Gordon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Down. You wide, AD?
On EA Sports.
Mike, 93. 93. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Mike,
To throw on 3rd down. Carr airing this one out for Evans. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you got to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The Bengals drive about to get going as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
This is Armstead on the carry. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Dobbs. Aguilar has it. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
From the gun, they go with Armstead. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. They run it with Armstead. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
On 2nd and 9, Dobbs. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing here, Dobbs. He's got his man. It's Williams. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. Up and over. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
A 1st carry now for Kareem Hunt. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when he clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
29. 29.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
What down? 180. Later 8. 1. Later 1. That's it.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And it's caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Touchdown. Melvin Gordon with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The point after through the raindrops, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Dobbs. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Dobbs, and caught by Henry. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run. Right there.
Back to throw Dobbs. It's complete. Henry. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st down, Dobbs to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch his slant. Watch his slant. Hey, watch that, watch that.
Throwing again. Dobbs. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Smooth.
Here's Carr to throw. It's complete. It's Miller. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
On On the handoff, Armstead. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Four down.
From the gun, Dobbs. It's caught by Aguilar. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Switch.
Raider 1. Raider 9.
Throwing again on second down. Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter.
Alpha.
Hey, let's get this.
Mike 50.
Hey, let's get this. Hey, check. Mike 50.
On play action. Now Carr. And the pressure gets to him again.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? On 2nd and 11 now. Dobbs, complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun. Dobbs. And that will be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Mike's 59. We got no way. Check this up.
On play action, it's Carr. And this is caught by Evans. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Down. Wide 88.
Mike's 50.
694.
Win championships, baby. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, 734. General West.
And the blitz does come. And finding Keelan Cole. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Let's go.
Down.
First down.
180. Hey, we're good. We're good. 280. You're mine. Hey, Haywood.
On first down, Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now Gordon. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
One down. 180.
50 to Mike. 50 to
637. Express.
50. Mike 50. Too little, top 10. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. And let's get that.
618.
On 3rd down, Carr. He's got Evans. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half, 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Back to the ground now with Gordon. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working, They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless. They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Melvin Gordon with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes our score 17-0. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
There's Dobbs to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
From the gun on 3rd down, Dobbs. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Kevin King with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Down! 280!
Mike's 56.
You gonna get this? Easy, kill Cam.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And an alley to run. 20. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Touchdown.
Melvin Gordon, 44 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Nelson Aguilar. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Rip right, rip right.
From the gun, Dobbs. to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
I got you, boy.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. They'll run on first down. It's Gordon. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Lucky.
Express. Easy. Kill. Hey. High 7.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Hey, watch the ball.
56.
Here's Carr. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
The Bucs on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Check 52.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on third down. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is fielded inside the 5. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Let's go, D.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Let's go, D. Field defense. Mike.
Dobbs looking to throw on first down. Completes it to Aguilar. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
Right there.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs. He finds Bolden. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on first down. Dobbs. He completes it to Henry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Game in hand, the offense takes the knee.
Down! Milady!
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Double tight, double tight. Hey, we got four. We got four down.
Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Alert, alert. 3 down. I see 47, 47.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball.
You're handing
out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but
I like where we're going with this. Though you say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for the Buccaneers, it's a 4th win of the campaign as they get to 4-10 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, the season is really nosediving now as they fall to 2-12. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.
Blue draw, hook, set, hut. Here we go. Set, hut. Ready. 70 ending. 80 weapons. Ready, ready. Got it. Set up. Let's go. Get the plan. Ready, go. Here we go. And we good. 132. Set. 60 outlaw. Hut, hut. Ready, ready. Hut, go. Here we go, here we go. 60, set, hut. Come on, set. 15 line, set, go. Ready, set, ready. Let's go now. 18, hook. On the double. Great stuff. Hut, go. Set, hut. Set, hut. Ready, ready. 10, Lobo. Hut. Set, ready. Naughty Wolf. Ready, ready. Ready. Set up. Down. 30 base. Ready, go. Okay, ready. We good. 132. Right up. Here we go. Set. Hut, hut. Okay. Hut, go. On the ready. Set, hut. Ready, right, set, go. Ready, ready. Ready, 60 pitch, hook. Let's go, 70 ending. Hut, go. Here we go. Get the plan.